I am officially 10 subscribers away from 300 subscribers. I'm sorry. I'm so hyped. And you know what? If you're watching this and I am under the 300 subscriber count, that means you're still within range to be one of my first 300 subscribers. So you better go click that button. I'm sorry. Maybe this is cheesy. Maybe this is really Mr. Beast of me to be talking about subscribers like this. But just know I'm so proud. I've literally had this channel since 2018. So it's 2026. So it's been a minute. However, we believe in redemption on this channel. And I'm so glad that this year I've started to really get back into the YouTube career. Trust me, throughout the years, I have sprinkled videos throughout. There was maybe like a year or two I didn't. However, I have even posted in my worst year, the most like insane, I don't even know what. I refuse to watch those videos back in fear of triggering even more PTSD and flashbacks that I do not need. However, now I've really been taking this more seriously, or at least taking up more time to do it on a more frequent and consistent basis. I did have my car broken down not too long ago, and so that is my number one filming studio, hence why I'm in here right now. And so there were a few weeks where I didn't post, and honestly, that was really bad of me. That was really embarrassing. But now that I have my car fixed, now that I have my new camera, this mic, basically everything I would need to be having a better setup, there's no excuses. So I'm going to keep up with it. Just know, yeah, I'm for real going to work on trying to post every day, if not multiple times a day. I really want to do that because, bro, I want this so bad. I want this so bad. I want this YouTube channel to work out so bad. I want this to work out so much that I get other opportunities from this and I get to do and create things that I actually want to do and not have to worry about a budget because there are people who believe in me. There are people backing me. And the number one person I have in my corner now is myself. And so I just got to take a chance on myself, bank on myself. You know, it's really motivating knowing that there were certain people that believed in me enough to actually buy this camera for me and this mic. So I really got to prove to them that it was worth it. I used what they gave me and I took it seriously and I worked for it, and I also want to show my gratitude just by doing and using it as much as I can. So it's really nice that I got this and I'm so blessed for that. And that's why I really need to take this blessing seriously and again show thanks through using it and doing what I say I wanted to do within the first place. But in the most religious psychosis way possible. No, I'm kidding. I'm not in religious psychosis. But I deep inside me, low key, almost believe that this one of these last blessings I got, like especially like getting this camera and everything, I like to think has something to do with, just sending a little prayer to my grandma in hopes that maybe if she hears me, if she could help me out with what I was doing career wise, to not get into too specifics, but I feel like, someone's hearing what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't want to get too emotional about it, but this means a lot to me. And honestly, this has been one of my favorite hobbies recently. I really need to get into more editing the videos though, but also I don't want to take mental energy away from creating and producing yapping content. I would rather yap more than I edit and try to fix all my mistakes. If anything, I think it really helps out my communication and especially like public speaking skills. Well, maybe not necessarily public speaking skills because I also was getting major anxiety the other day, basically filming in a park area. But it helps with just speaking in general and keeping a constant flow and stream of thought. And I probably do have a lot of and likes type of filler words in my speech, but I do be trying to work on that and catch myself. And also, before I make those words, I try to cut myself off before I start saying it. But obviously, there's slips and everything. You can go ahead and call me out in the comments if you hear me saying that. Actually, that would low-key probably piss me off, so maybe don't do that. Or do it and just call me out and be like, I want you to be a better communicator. Regardless, I literally studied communication in college, and I have a degree in that, along with political science, just in case if I run for president one day. And then watch me actually do that one day, and then they edit these videos, and maybe TikTok, maybe there's another streaming platform or social media platform that does short form videos, but they like do cool edits. I mean, with like a really cool song, maybe a Lil Uzi Vert song, I don't know, any like rap artist that was big in like 2018, like put him on, Travis Scott, I don't know. Regardless, sorry, an out there thought that I should keep inside. Regardless, I feel like in college though, I didn't take it seriously enough and really worked on those skills while I was there, because I was also struggling with mental health and had to take like literally a whole gap year off just to get right in my mind. And the unfortunate thing is, I feel like I low-key kind of went back to school too soon, and I failed a few classes, including like a class in my journalism major, because I originally was actually in journalism. And I low-key do look back and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have continued with the journalism major, but I was genuinely just not in the right mind to be doing that, because I was on a medication that literally made me like a zombie and I couldn't even talk to anyone, let alone have any motivation to even come up with a topic for the articles I was supposed to write for the quarter. Like, bro, I didn't care. I didn't give a shit. If anything, bro, I came on like the day before finals or the day before class ended to ask, like, okay, what should I turn in? You kidding me, bitch? Yeah, I hope that professor never sees me again. Or maybe she'll see me and she'll be like, wow, she was a fucking slob when I had her. Anyways, I was going through it, just know that. But I do look back and I do genuinely wish I would have continued with the journalism major, just because I think like one day, if I interview celebrities right, which is actually originally why I wanted to study communication, but then I got rejected from that major at the University of Washington because they're a capacity constrained major, even though they'll let in the dumbest of sorority girls get in who have no real rhyme or reason to even be getting in, but then I have a reason and I get it declined. Anyways, and my grades were good. Fine, better than fine, I would say. And like I had all 4.0s in the communication classes I had leading up to that application. Regardless, I got declined, and I talked to a communication advisor, and he said, "Girl, apply to journalism, because if you want to interview celebrities, that's where it's at." So I applied to that. Luckily, I got in. Granted, nobody applies to it, so of course I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm kidding. Plenty of people do. I got in, and I really did like it, bro. It was actually a lot of fun. I remember one time I made a presentation about Danielle Cohn. Danielle Cohn. I made a presentation about her and about her age. And you know what? Fucking right. Anyways. I'm sorry. We're getting off topic. But I think about the fact that I didn't get the journalism major. Now, if I were to interview celebrities, like, and if I were to suck at it, they'd be like, she knows nothing. She is just an influencer that got the opportunity to do this. She has no experience. But I don't know. I'm going to pull out the, like, no, I was in the journalism major. I just switched to communications because I was mentally a zombie that, like, couldn't talk to anyone. And so I had to switch. Excuses. I know. But I'm not going to make excuses about getting on the YouTube channel every day. Like, I want this so bad again, y'all. Like, I really do be delusional these days and telling myself, like, no, I can feel it inside that my time is coming soon. I'm believing in myself more than I'm doubting myself. And I am trying to protect my peace and separate myself from people who want nothing more than to drag me down to their level, because I'm not accepting that in my life anymore. That's not the life I want to live, and that's not the life I even want other people to tell me they want to live. Like, no, sorry. Because I'm so used to wanting to get validation, but fail to remember that I can literally give it to myself. But now I don't, because I'm more conscious, aware. In my opinion, a little bit less mentally ill, but maybe someone could argue more so just with the fact that I'm delusional enough to believe that I can make this happen. Like, I want a TV show one day, and I don't know, maybe one day my life will be cut short and these will be nothing but a memorial of the good person I was, and then I blow up after the fact. I'm Van Gogh basically of the YouTube channels. Fuck, I hope not. But in my perfect vision, and you know what? Maybe we do all experience the immortality. There's like a immortality universe, or I forget what it's called, but it's something immortality, where basically the version of life you live, you basically keep living. Like, even after every major event where you could have died, you live on the version of, or you live on the universe in which you just keep going. And it's like, maybe that is the case for me. I don't know. I could have died a lot of times, multiple times. However, I'm still here, and I believe there's a greater purpose. And I genuinely can see myself like having a TV show one day. I would love to do that, And some of the people that have inspired me over the years to be getting on camera and everything have done stuff like that. So maybe it's not too far fetched, in a sense that I, I've seen some of those people at some of their lowest points, and they've still came out of it and have made a beautiful lives for themselves. And that's the beauty about being able to watch people on YouTube. You can see them from the start to when they're succeeding and they're achieving and they're creating, and they're creating to the best ability and quality they can, because they're doing something they love and that they were meant to do. And I want this to be the reason the current job I work now will be my last job from an employer. Like, I want to employ myself. I want to make this work for myself. This is what I want to do. And I know you might be looking at me like, this lame ass wants to be talking to a camera and a microphone in her car parked in a random parking lot. Like, what the hell? But genuinely, like, I've dreamt about this shit from when I was a kid. I started a YouTube channel at one point when I was like 11 or 12, and I made one really cringy video and I posted it on there. But I used like a random YouTube affiliated app for editing, and when I filmed on my iPod, it like made this weird distortion that moved the video a bunch of times, and I hated it. And I was too dumb to find solutions, and instead use that as an excuse to not keep going. And so I lucked out on having 1 million subscribers by now. However, that's not to say I can't get 1 million subscribers in the future, but I had that happen, and then I fell off. Also, I feel like there was one guy that was like low-key kind of creepy in the comments, and there was probably like, I don't know, weird vibes. Anyways, because I was like young, and it's like, why are you trying to befriend a kid? Be careful out there, children. Anyways, but I had that moment, and then when I was 16, I started this channel, and I was going hard there for a second, but then kind of just fell off throughout the years, and especially when I moved out to Seattle. I wish that should have been when I was posting the fucking most, and I didn't. But it was also COVID time, so it was a little difficult. And I don't know, I was feeling really shy at the time. I feel like you put me out there now, put me in coach, I would run that city. Me becomes mayor in Seattle. Anyways, at least I've worked some jobs and have a degree. Okay, let's not shade other people. I'm sorry. Anyways, I just really love having this outlet to express my feelings. I feel like in recent times I've seen several posts talking about how talking things through, expressing yourself through literally just talking to yourself or talking to other people, preferably not negative people, obviously, but just even talking to yourself and working through your problems or your feelings is so much more beneficial than staying silent and keeping it held within. Like, yeah, like, and especially if you're like journaling that shit too, like that also helps. But especially just hearing yourself work through it. And I feel like in a way, these videos are a form of therapy for me, in a way for me to release these feelings and memories I have. It's very comforting knowing that I'm at a point in my life where this can be a hobby for me and this isn't something draining to me that feels like a chore, even though it's something I want to do, because I have finally found a rhythm that works for me. And for me right now, that just means me yapping in the camera for like 16 minutes straight. No edits, no cuts. But that's how I want it done. And I want people to watch my channel and keep coming back because they feel like they're just listening to a friend yap in the car with them. They need someone to listen to in the background while they're doing their crafts. I don't know. I do that a lot. I'm someone that makes them feel less alone or makes them feel like they're not the only person in the world that does X, Y, and Z. That someone they can relate to. I want to also just create a community of people who just want to vibe out. Bro, like, be a vibe maker. Don't be a vibe killer. I feel like there's two types of people in the world, and you're either a vibe maker, you create the positive vibes for everyone else, or you're a vibe killer and you kill all the vibes for everyone else. Like, bro, pick a side. And I'm not trying to be on the vibe killer side. So I want to be that person that you watch that is your vibe maker. And I would love to inspire you to make your own vibes too. That would be cool, right? And then we both meet each other at the top. Okay, see you there. I'm sorry. That would be a really nice, But I would love that. Like, honestly, like, low-key, I would rather have a smaller group of like people who are gonna ride to the dawn for me, or ride till dawn for me. People who are gonna like fight people who say anything bad about. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I would rather just have people who fuck with me way harder than anyone else, or like most other people or their other creators, rather than more followers. But the people don't ride for me as hard. Those people don't really care for my stuff as much. Does that make sense? Like, quality over quantity. And if you want to join that exclusive club of under 300 subscribers of my channel, and hopefully over 300 subscribers once I reach to that point, which it's coming in the next 10 subscribers. That's awesome. Anyways, you can join this exclusive club now by clicking that subscribe. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is a really long-winded way to say I'm 10 subscribers away to 300 subscribers, and I'm so sorry. I do not write scripts for my videos. No, bitch. I might write a topic. I might write a title for the video, but I'm not scripting this shit out. I want it to be so authentic, off the cusp, and I'm genuinely, like I'm pretty sure I was saying earlier, wanting to work on my communication skills. And I want y'all to see the progress. I want y'all to be there along with me. And I want y'all to be knowing that there is a starting point and that there's always ways to improve and growing to grow. It's possible. And here's to me getting this new camera, me getting this mic that is hopefully doing noise canceling type shit, because I finally looked up a video on that earlier. I'm slowly but surely getting it and learning as I go. And I hope you can appreciate it. And I hope one day this setup is so fucking nice. Like, bro, I hope one day you see me in a year 2000 Honda CRV. I'm kidding, but I'm also not kidding. But even like a nicer car, even though I really don't like nice cars. Like, oh, wait. I like nice cars in general. However, I'm not a fan of newer cars because they low-key kind of scare me. Like, I feel like that's the type of shit that's going to be way easier for the CIA to hack. Conspiracy theory, let's not talk about it. But I'm going to get going. So remember, subscribe to Turn Up the AC if you want to be a part of this elite exclusive club. We're not inclusive here. No kidding. I'm kidding. No, but we're very exclusive and we're very to ourselves and we ride for each other. So if you want to join that, please subscribe. Like up this video if you like the vibes. If you've been liking my other videos or the vibe I bring to the table and the vibes that I make for you, subscribe and leave a comment if you are one of my 300 subscribers. Okay, leave a comment if you want to see more from me. I'm kidding. I don't care if you want to see more from me. I'm going to post more for me. No, and for you too. But anyways, you have a fabulous day. Know that there are so many abundant ways where your life can get better and good things can happen for you and you can get closer to your dreams and goals. It'll happen. And right now, I'm in that era of life where I just got to be patient and wait for the blessings, as if I put in an order for coffee and I'm just waiting for that shit to be made. Your coffee will be served.